Okay, I believe it is recording now. Okay, give me one moment to real quick get everything ready. Okay, we're all good. I'm gonna go ahead.
Yes, you're good to go.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and start now. So right now, in the very room you are sitting atop ancient technology invented beginning of recorded history from the times of pharaohs and pyramids, yet I doubt you've hardly given it any thought at all. That is, unless you're an engineer or civil engineering major like me, or maybe a construction science major, or you have a particular interest in concrete. That's right. Today, I'm here to talk to you about concrete, or more a specific type of concrete. In recent years, the concrete industry has stagnated and has been in need of innovation. And I believe that next step is what's known as hempcrete. Today, I'm going to be here to tell you about some of the environmental benefits of hempcrete, as well as why not only is it environmentally beneficial, but structurally superior in many ways to standard concrete. Now, that is not to say it is the fix-all, because in the end, I'm going to give you some of the reasons why it's not just the end-all, be-all of concrete, or the future of concrete. But today, it's more about why hempcrete. To quickly formally introduce hempcrete, it's a type of concrete made with lime and hemp. Hemp is a type of plant. So one important factor into why hempcrete is how advantageous it is for the environment that we live in. You see, standard concrete is mixed in what is known as a clinker. And whenever it's mixed in a clinker, it's turned about and CO2 is incorporated into the concrete. Also known as carbon dioxide. I'll refer to it as both throughout. But when the CO2 is mixed in, it makes the concrete stronger, which makes the buildings that we live in safer. However, as that concrete settles, the CO2 is released back into the environment. And if you didn't know, carbon dioxide is a type of greenhouse gas, which is obviously bad for the environment. If you know anything about that. If not, I would highly recommend looking into it on your own. But on top of that, hempcrete is lighter than standard concrete, meaning that it requires less gas to transport it, meaning once again, less greenhouse gases are put into the environment. And on top of that, it is a excellent insulator, which means that it costs less to heat and cool buildings made with it. This is all from Alessandro Orgoni in his April 2017 article, "The Life Assessment of Natural Building Materials and the Role of Carbonation in the Environmental Impact of Hempcrete," from volume 149 of the Journal of Clean Air Production. Now, it is not just a one-trick pony. Hempcrete also has many structural advantages over standard concrete. First off, going back to the fact that it's an excellent insulator, it helps drive down the cost overall of heating / cooling a building, which allows us to offset some of the initial cost of installing it. On top of that, it is significantly more permeable than standard concrete, which means that moisture is allowed to escape. It means that unlike rooms that are made out of standard concrete, black mold and other types of dangerous fungus to human health are less likely to build up. And if that wasn't enough to sell you on it, hempcrete is significantly fire resistant. It, unlike standard concrete, underneath extreme heats, it doesn't explode. Standard concrete has a tendency, when it's heated up, gas bubbles will release, like some of the CO2 inside of it, and it will cause it to explode. And hempcrete doesn't have that same problem. I totally forgot why hempcrete's actually superior, to mention why hempcrete is actually superior in CO2. Oh my gosh, I'm just going to continue speaking. And it's also chemical free, meaning that normal concrete that can tout some of these benefits, or other aggregates that can tout these benefits, are actually made out of chemicals, which when concrete settles, can actually be released into a room with the people that are in it, and can be dangerous to human health, which once again, hempcrete doesn't have that same problem. Now, this is all from Blaine Brownell, a civil engineer, for the Architect magazine in February 2018 for his article Dazed and Confused. Now, once again, I would like to go over the fact that while hempcrete is superior in many ways, it is not the end-all be-all. First off, little is known about hempcrete right now since it is new technology. And since little is known about it, it's hard to understand what structural advantages or disadvantages we could be walking into. And it can't bear loads, which means it can't be used to build foundations for large buildings. And it also can't be used for large building walls. It's mostly for residential use. This is all from Rajaput in 2020 in his article, What is Hempcrete Advantages and Disadvantages of Hempcrete Blocks for Civil Jungle? So bringing it all back, I think it's important to rewind to remind you of everything that I've stated previously. With years of concrete innovation moving sluggishly along, hempcrete could be the environmental and structural savior that we're looking for in many areas. And although it may seem the perfect contender to replace everything overall, it does have its pitfalls, or I guess potholes if you're looking at it. Thank you, everyone, and have a good day.
Awesome. Thank you, Nate. Make sure you stop recording too.